Hello, there you are. Welcome to another episode of the Performance Café. It's good to have you here. And as you will see, I am dressed in red because it is the month of love. And so when we come to February, it's all about Valentine's Day and hearts and roses and wearing red. And we have to ask ourselves, given the breakdown of connection between people over hybrid work over the past 2 years, with hybrid work and remote work and work from home and work from anywhere and work from who knows where, we do constantly come back to this: how to create culture, how do we create connection, how do we create that glue that keeps the team together. And so I wanted to share a little recipe for success that I think we can take into this month of love. And that is this little book. It is called The 5 Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace, and it's by Gary Chapman and Paul White. Now, you probably might have heard of this before. You just know it as the 5 love languages. And the 5 love languages, I think, will teach us a lot about how to create and maintain connection and understand what people need in the workplace. So I've got my copy on my lap here. And the 5 languages, for those of you who don't know, are words of affirmation. It is giving of quality time. It is acts of service, tangible gifts, and physical touch. Now, let's just go back one step. We'll talk about those in detail over the next couple of weeks. But firstly, let's talk about, why do we need different love languages? Well, it's quite easy, and anyone who's ever had children will understand. And that is that you could have 2 or 3 or 4 children, but no matter that they grow up in the same house, in the same circumstances, with the same family, same parents, maybe same school environment, same, of extramural activities, each one is unique. And each one is unique because every single person, and any of you have listened to me and my strengths that I love talking about, knows that each person is truly unique. Even if we can say, oh, you're a this on the Enneagram, or you're that on the disc, people are unique in how they show up those characteristics. And I think we've seen it in the boardroom. So we've seen it even at school sometimes, where someone is praised for something that they've done, right? Who does not like to be acknowledged for what they've done? That point is true. But the conundrum is the gap between being rewarded and how they're rewarded. So, for example, not everyone wants to be shown up or appreciated, is probably the better word, in a public space. Some people are, like introverts, prefer to be told, if you're going to praise them in private. Send them an email, send them a WhatsApp voice note. But don't do it in public. It makes them feel very spare. Some people, well, they don't care whether what they've achieved as much as they want to understand, how did it fit for you? How did it work for you? How did you find value in that? So they're going to want to spend time talking to you about it, instead of just being praised in front of a bunch of people and actually not getting all that information that they crave. And so this is where we start our route this month of love, with the 5 languages of appreciation in the workplace. We're going to, over the next couple of weeks, take a look at each of those languages of appreciation and how we can bring back a bit of that connection in each and every instance. And so, as I go and don another red shirt to go out on the town, I wish you a great week. And I'm going to ask you to start paying attention to how people around you prefer to be appreciated. And until we get to the nitty-gritty of it, I look forward to seeing you at the next Performance Café. As always, if you've enjoyed this and you look forward to talking to us more about the 5 languages of appreciation in the workplace, please, if you've joined us from YouTube, like us and subscribe, and then pop that little notification bell so that you know when the next video is available. If you're joining us from LinkedIn or Facebook, welcome. It's great to see you back in 2022. And yes, please like, comment, and share what you have learned here. and how you've applied it in your environment and what you think about love and appreciation in the workplace. And I'll see you next week.